Welcome to Galactic Initiative. I'm your host, Jeff. Adam Driver revealed a 2-year collaboration with filmmaker Steven Soderbergh and screenwriter Scott Z. Burns, titled The Hunt for Ben Solo. The actor said, quote, "We presented the script to Kennedy Film. They loved the idea. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive. And that was that." Unquote. Driver described the film as a redemption for Kylo Ren, but he didn't share any details about the setting, characters, or conflicts. "I think Resurrection would have been a better description because the rise of Palpatine killed Ben Solo," and fans' enthusiasm. The actor contradicted his earlier statements of frustration with the sequel trilogy's poor planning and ever-changing scripts.
Did you know that at least you're playing Vader 2.0? Like, at least did you know that as conceptually?
I did, yeah. And I had an overall arc in mind that he wanted to do. So that I tried to keep that arc in mind, regardless if that wound up not being the journey anyway. Because it changed, obviously, as we were shooting.
Yeah, right.
Right, but I was still kind of focused on that.
When did it change?
Well, with Ryan, he took it into a different direction, but still, It kind of still tracked with the character. Then the last one, it changed into being, about them and the dyad and things like that.
And then again, so you
and kind of evolving into Ben Solo. That was never part of it.
That wasn't either.
No.
During that 2023 interview with Rich Eisen, Driver gave the impression that he was done with Star Wars. But on October 20th, 2025, he asserted, quote, "I was always interested in doing another Star Wars. I had been talking about doing one since 2021, unquote.
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
The divulgence of an unrealized Ben Solo screenplay caused lamentation and criticism from tens of people. They condemned Disney's leaders for passing on such a sweet, sweet prospect, and they demanded. Those with functioning brains recalled Ben Solo's potential, but shook their heads at the possibility of his continuance. Speaking of dumb ideas, according to Forbes, Kennedy Films spent $600 million on the rise of Palpatine.
Say what now?
Your ears do not deceive you. The Rise of Palpatine won the bronze medal from the field of costliest films in history. It grossed $1 billion in theaters, but it was a laughably stupid ending to the sequel trilogy that diminished merchandise and theme park revenue and destroyed the studio's aggressive schedule for future Star Wars films. 6 years later, its harm is evident in the on-again, off-again announcements for movies about Rey's Jedi disorder, fighter pilots, and the Force's origin story. These projects have hemorrhaged writers and directors since 2019. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, Patty Jenkins, Stephen Knight, Damon Lindelof, Justin Britt Gibson, David Benioff, D.B. Weiss, David S. Goyer, and Matthew Robinson, to name but a few. Starfighter, formerly titled Rogue Squadron, a not-so-standalone sequel to the sequel trilogy, passed from Patty Jenkins to Sean Levy faster than a pro-Kimmel rally at Disneyland. The Rise of Palpatine's legacy is failure.
The thing that we really aspire to constantly is quality.
At Disney World's Hollywood studios, it is evident in the defunct Galactic Starcruiser Halcyon, the necessary addition of original trilogy characters, and the clearance of sequel trilogy wares. Now, tax records from the UK reveal the astronomical expense for all the negative outcomes of Abrams' work. Forbes cites Disney as the source, so you might question the financial reporting. However, the mouse is telling the truth since, to offer tax breaks, the UK imparts Kennedy Films spending. Ain't public disclosures fun, Kathy?
It's called the Freedom of Information Act. The hippies finally got something right.
Despite its high price, did the Rise of Palpatine turn a profit? The film's $1.077 billion gross, reduced by a Disney-friendly 60-40 box office split, equals $646.2 million. Marketing costs range from 20 to 100% of a production budget. Kennedy Film paid at least $100,000 to market The Rise of Palpatine. The studio's 60% box office take, reduced by that very conservative marketing estimate, equals $546.2 million, or $47.5 million less than Kennedy Film spent to create it.
Look, it's all a bit technical, but
Even with the benefit of the doubt, Disney didn't earn money on The Rise of Palpatine. For the record, I will always point to The Last Jedi as the film that ruined the sequel trilogy. The Rise of Palpatine was the inexorable, impossible effort to repair Rian Johnson's catastrophe. One could argue the hopelessness of Johnson's task. The diminutive, disruptive filmmaker inherited dozens of mystery boxes. However, he valued internecine conflict over narrative continuity. His divisive attitude, a manifestation of his inferiority complex, and Disney's unrealistic schedule that allowed only 2 years between installments. Oh, and Kennedy's ineptitude as a president and creative. This combination torpedoed the sequels. The Rise of Palpatine felt inevitable. Abrams is a competent director and producer, but he is among the worst storytellers in film and television history. Johnson is also a competent director, but he is a stubborn, insecure jacket. Has Kennedy Film acknowledged defeat?
oh hell no!
At this juncture, the problem isn't the Rise of Palpatine, although I'll neither forget nor forgive lightspeed skipping, wayfinders, Death Star flotsam, the dagger compass, the data medallion passport, teleportation, horsies on Star Destroyers, the navigation antenna, the Force lightning storm, Rey Skywalker, and the plot contrivance of all plot contrivances.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
No, while it was terrible, The Rise of Palpatine is a fading memory. The real problem, as I see it, is the studio's determination to jam the sequels down our throats regardless of our repugnance towards them.
Nobody cares.
Dave Filoni wasn't a prime mover for their creation, but he quickly drank the corporate Kool-Aid to demonstrate his compliance, or acquiescence. The Mandalorian featured a Force-sensitive cloning venture that fermented Palps and Snoke and a Shadow Council that launched the First Order. Obi-Wan Kenobi showed the Empire's preservation of dead Jedi as a prelude to Moff Gideon's experiments. Skeleton Crew loosely connected the Hidden Republic mints with the First Order's treasury and the Sith Eternals' planet-killing destroyers. The Book of Boba Fett highlighted the construction of Skywalker's Jedi Temple, a campus destroyed by Ben Solo after he survived Luke's murderous whim. The novels and comics are worse, that is, more explicit, in their promotion of the sequels than the streaming series. Sean Levy's Starfighter film allegedly includes Rey as both MacGuffin and Jedi Master. Kathy and Dave can't stop, won't stop. They continue to flog the equine carcass. Kathy is backing her lost cause like it was the Confederate States of America. Lady, do us all a favor and take a cue from Elsa. These are my perspectives. What are your perspectives? Let me know with a comment. Thank you for watching. Please consider a thumbs up and a subscription to my channel. Both are free.
I need your help, son.
Check out Galactic Initiative for all things Star Wars.